Yesterday we made our little rain catchment contraption here, and it seemed to work pretty good. The little bit of rain we got yesterday, we got quite a bit of water. Enough to water our seedlings in the greenhouse. That's all we need right now. So while I'm out here in the greenhouse today watering the plants, checking on some, these were seeds that when we tore the greenhouse that we used to make this one down, somebody had bought a house and didn't want the greenhouse on it and had it posted on Facebook for free, so we went and took it down. Saved us a lot of money and ended up getting us a greenhouse out of it. There was a bunch of seeds in that greenhouse, so I thought I would try and start them. It was just watermelon, cantaloupe, and a couple pumpkins. None of them seem to be germinating at all. Just chances taken. It's free seeds. They've had a couple weeks now, and if they were going to, they would. So we're going to clear those out, and I didn't waste those pellets. I'm just going to break the pellets open like that, fill this with them, and get us some yellow squash started. We got zucchini started over here and in our milk jug, but I didn't have yellow squash seeds, so we're going to start some of them now. When I cleared those pellets out to break them open to use for these little containers, I noticed that my zucchini plants are in dire need of being transplanted into bigger containers. And if you don't know how to tell, there's your sign. Those roots are going to get tangled up together, and then if I wait any longer, it'll break the roots off and risk killing the little plants. So I've got some pots around, and I'm going to put these in it. I took a chance starting these zucchini plants this early, knowing it April 20th is the date for the last frost this year, so we still got a month. But it was a chance I was willing to take, see if we can get an early start on some squash. I can't wait for some zucchini and squash on the grill, so here we are. I'm going to transplant these into some bigger pots. Just to go through some of what we have planted, we have some habanero peppers that were left from a couple years ago, so I threw all the seeds in here. Got a couple plants out of it. I'm happy with that. Over here we have a mix of bell peppers, all different colors. These are the yellow pear tomatoes. They're doing really well. This is sereno peppers. It was a seed packet out of that greenhouse also, and we got, looks like 3 or 4 plants started for free. This is a row of marigolds I wanted to start to plant next to my tomatoes. They're a great companion plant. They help keep a lot of the pests that'll destroy your tomatoes away. So I suggest that to anybody. Last year I did not plant marigolds in our garden, and we had a horrible hornworm issue and armyworm issue that we've never had before. So I do believe they work. Over here we've got, I forget what variety. I think these are the Market More cucumbers. These are pumpkin seeds from our Halloween pumpkins from last year that got wet and started sprouting, so we're just going to go with it. And here I have the birdhouse gourds that we grew last year, all the seeds, trying to start them. Here's the yellow squash seeds that I just started today. In the half-gallon milk jug here, I've got purple tomatillos started. Trying to make us some purple salsa. Got a zucchini in this one. These right here that are not growing, that would be because there's nothing planted in them yet, so I gotta get something in those. These are the muncher cucumbers, and then that's the green zucchini that I transplanted, the ones with the biggest root systems, and then I spread out the other ones, and that'll give them a little more time. What I'll probably do is buy me a big container of plastic or styrofoam cups, and that's what I'll transplant these into. And when you do that, or you can cut 2-liter bottles and use them and transplant one plant into, it contains the roots and makes a root ball instead of letting them grow wild. And that's the next step after starting them in these pellets, would be putting them in something to let the plant grow larger but containing the root system for as long as possible till you can get them in the ground. And then they still have a good root system, it's just in a root ball, which you have to, when you transplant, it's good to kind of break that up without breaking the roots too much. And we'll do video on that later on. Something I was worried about when I transplanted the strawberries from their pot they'd been in for almost 3 years into the hay bales. A lot of times when you do that, plants will start to look like they're dying or getting weak, and these, it just helped them. They look stronger and healthier than ever, which is really good. We're all excited to watch the strawberries grow and hopefully be able to eat fresh strawberries all year. For anyone wondering what I'm talking about with the soil here not being good, on the right side of the screen is our native soil, if you will, here on this property. Completely red clay. And then on the left side of your screen is what we had brought in by Bunch Distributing. Eric Bunch brought us a 10-yard load of topsoil, and you see the difference there. There's very little hope of gardening in this, and this will support a garden very well. And we'll build on it from there.